Yeah. Fired up.
This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times. Every turn, every line we find, trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every set of built from the ground we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go in. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you want to win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace controlled. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear. Yeah, we test, we tone, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you want to win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1. Till we build, till we build, till we build. Tier 1 setup shop.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tier 1 Studios. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. Joining me tonight are the voices inside my head alongside my good friends, myself and I, as we rejoin the Wild West Racing League out here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway with their Monday night ARCA series here in New England for the first time with the ARCA series. This, I have a feeling, will go a lot better than the late model series, considering people are actually setting some pretty decent times out here. For a little while, I was actually up in the top 3 fastest cars on track here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway here in Loudon, New Hampshire. The closest of the NASCAR circuits for me personally. So we're going to have a great night of racing out here tonight, I imagine, hopefully anyway. With 4 minutes left to go here in practice, Wild West Racing League brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Jeff Ramsdell we're on board with now. Michael Loveless, the fastest car on track once again, here on this short oval here in New Hampshire at Loudon. We take a look at some track information. Just over a mile oval out here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway's oval in Loudon, New Hampshire. 486 feet above sea level, 45-mile-an-hour pit road speed limit as we take a look at the weather. 67. No memes out here tonight. Air temperature and 82 on the racetrack itself. 1 mile-an-hour wind from the north. And dry surface, of course. I'd be a little more amazed if we were running a wet race in these NASCAR Cup cars. Or these NASCAR ARCA cars, excuse me. Pretty solid field out here tonight. 18 cars will be taking the green flag, as far as I am aware. Michael Loveless with the fastest time so far. Jeff Ramsdell, Ashton Hayward, Peyton Burkett, Joe Wells, Mike Daugherty, Michael Glitchell, Justin Bell, Keith Ayers, Scott Rush, Brighton Coleman, Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, Richard Crane, Nick Daugherty, Joel Brewer, Nicole Johnson, and Gene Watkinson. A couple new names to the league. We wind out the last minute and a half of practice out here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Everybody trying to get set up and ready to go racing out here tonight. Coming to the end of practice out here tonight at Loudon, New Hampshire, as we get ready to start qualifying. Keith Ayres, Peyton Burkett, first cars off of pit road. Apologies, there we go. Around the very narrow pit road exit, off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. 19 of Keith Ayres, starting to wind that baby up. Actually, I want to see what this does. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to see how to change that picture, but it's fine. Down the front stretch we go with Keith Ayres, and the number 19 green flag is out. We go racing into turn 1. Getting settled in early. Right up to the high side, or on the midline anyway, through turns 1 and 2. Bottom of the turns have a little bit of extra banking, or very minimal banking, excuse me. High side has extra banking, but not as much grip all the way up top. 5 lanes of racetrack to choose from through the turns here at Loudon, New Hampshire, past the restart zone. Keith Ayres with a flying lap. Keith Ayres currently the leader out here tonight. There we go, that's the one we need. Peyton Burkett's taking it right from underneath his nose, 29.781. Tanner Ensign up to second, 0.332 behind him. Scott Rush right there behind Ensign. Blake Cuttrell almost a half second back with Justin Bell. Keith Ayres half second back. Joe Wells half a second back, a little over. Brighton Coleman 2/3 back. Keith Ayres with another flying lap up to second. At the moment, 0.461 behind the leader. Joe Wells, 0.370 with Scott Rush, 0.379. Tanner Ensign with a spin off the racetrack may have ended his run early. Yep, he tried cutting the corner. Or this was after his qualifying run was done. He went down pit into the grass. Go over to Joel Brewer in the number 62 Ford Mustang. Currently down in 10th, trying to run the bottom here at the Magic Mile. Sliding it back up to the high side off of turn 2. Down the backstretch, past the infield chicane and into turn 3, setting up nice and high. Running a lane and a half down, all the way down to the bottom, and sliding it back up to the top. Onto the front stretch and past the restart zone we go again. Joel Brewer in the number 62. Up to 9th, Nick Daughtery in 11th. Michael Lovelace on the racetrack now. Yet to qualify are Richard Crane, Gene Watkinson, Nicole Johnson, Mike Daughtery, Ashton Hayward, and Jeff Ramsdell is a 62. He decides to be a little extra brave and go down into the chicane. And spins out in the infield. On board with Michael Lovelace around through turns 3 and 4. Back onto the front stretch. Past the start-finish line, up to second on his opening lap. 0.069 behind Peyton Burkett. Back off of turn 4. Past the start-finish line we go again with Michael Lovelace. Improves again, 29.609. New leader, Michael Lovelace. Jeff Ramsdell out on the racetrack now. Past the start-finish line in the Menards number 60, Chevrolet. Off of turn 2, currently up to 13th. Not the fastest car on track at the moment. Definitely trying to put some speed into that race car, though. all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack, sliding back up a lane or two off of turns 3 and 4. A little sideways off of turn 4, trying to get it back settled. As qualifying comes to a close, he will not complete his second laps. Only 13 of the 18 cars qualified. Interesting to see. We'll be helping everybody out get set up and ready for the race. We take a look at your active grid. Michael Loveless on the point, Peyton Burkett, Justin Bell, Joe Wells, Scott Rush, Keith Ayers, Tanner Ensign, Michael Glitchell, Mike Presley, Joel Brewer, Brighton Coleman, Nick Daughtery, Jeff Ramsdell, Richard Crane, Mike Daughtery, Nicole Johnson with an EOL penalty, Ashton Hayward, and Gene Watkinson at the tail end of the field. 18 cars ready to go racing out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League ARCA Series. We wait on everybody to get settled and get gridding out here tonight, here in New Hampshire. Live, there we go. As everybody gets rolling a little bit early there. Nothing wrong with that. Michael Loveless and Peyton Burkett on row 1. Joe Wells and Justin Bell on row 2. Keith Ayers and Scott Rush on row 3. Tanner Ensign and Michael Glitchell, the newcomer, in the number 488 on the high side. In row 4, Mike Presley and Joel Brewer in row 5. Rounding out your top 10, we go down to the bottom 18. Nick Daughtery and Brighton Coleman, Richard Crane and Jeff Ramsdell, Mike Daughtery and Ashton Hayward, Gene Watkinson and Nicole Johnson rounding out the end of this 18-car field out here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Not sure if we are going green flag this time. I'm willing to bet we're about to find out now, aren't we? As we trundle through turns 3 and 4 now, pace cars' lights are off. And we are going racing this time by, and that's the wrong camera. That's still the wrong camera. Through the restart zone we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Loudon. Down into turn 1 and 2 we go. 68 and 17 side by side. 17 had the better start. Down into turns 1 and 2, 3 and the 8 right behind them. A little bit of 3-wide action off of turn 2. Just at the edge of your screen there. Couple of cars up into the wall. Gene Watkinson with a crash at the tail end of the field in the 111. Getting towed back to pit road immediately off of turn 1. Let's take a quick jump back at what happened. Slow off the start, brakes nice and early into turn 1, trying to hold the bottom of the racetrack. 54 on the high side. 111 spins himself out and decides to get it towed back to pit road. Jumping back on board with the race now. Michael Loveless on the outside, Peyton Burkett in the 17 Ford Mustang on the inside. Down into turns 3 and 4. 70 laps out here tonight here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 68 of Loveless taking the lead once again. 17 of Burkett right behind him. Joe Wells in third. Justin Bell, Keith Ayers, Tanner Ensign, Scott Rush, Michael Glitchell, Joel Brewer, Jeff Ramsdell, Mike Presley, Brighton Coleman, Nick Daughtery, Richard Crane, Ashton Hayward, Mike Daughtery, and Nicole Johnson. Gene Watkinson down in 18th, multiple laps down at the moment. Let's jump down into the pack, down to Joel Brewer in the number 62, one of the newcomers out here tonight, with Michael Glitchell just ahead of him. Down into turns 1 and 2 we go. 0 of Mike Presley putting the pressure on. 4 Brighton Coleman also turning up the wick behind him. 488 of Michael Glitchell. Whoa! Big moment for the 62. Off of turn 2, managed to save it. What a move from that 62 Ford Mustang. What a save off of turn 2 for Joel Brewer right there. What a save from him. 55 of Richard Crane scraping the wall off of turn 4 there for just a moment. Nicole Johnson in the 54 going very slowly out here tonight, just leaving turn 4 now. Past the restart zone we go. Mike Glitchell in the 488 right behind Jeff Ramsdell in the number 60, 04. Scott Rush just up the road. 488 trying to run down the 60 in the 04 here at the Magic Mile here in Loudon, New Hampshire. This broadcast is brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Whip Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. Broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Off of turn 2 we go again. Michael Loveless still leading the way, 1.25 seconds up on Peyton Burkett. Joe Wells half a second behind him. Justin Bell a third of a second behind him. Keith Ayers half a second back off of Bell. Will we see another dominating race from the 68 of Michael Loveless once again out here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway? Down the backstretch we go into turn 3. Let's start jumping back into the field. Let's go down to Joe Wells. Under pressure from the 8, side by side with Justin Bell in the battle for third. Justin Bell squeaking past on the inside off of turn 4. Down the front stretch we go. The yellow Goodwrench number 3 still trying to put the pressure onto the 8 of Justin Bell. Not quite having the same speed. Keith Ayers right there behind him. Ayers really putting on the pressure here. A couple cars sideways off of turn 2. 62 just at the tail end of your screen there. Also sliding out a little bit. Jumping a little bit further down, let's go down to Ashton Hayward in the number 99, battling with the 4, Brighton Coleman right alongside him. 55 of Richard Crane a little bit further back. And gives a shot to the 4 into turns 1 and 2. 62 of Joel Brewer just ahead of him. 1/7 of the way into this race. 11 laps completed at the line with 69 laps to go. 54 of Nicole Johnson. Very slow around this racetrack out here tonight. Down 1 lap is Nicole Johnson in the number 54, bleeding time to absolutely gotten everybody out here. 25 of Nick Daughtery just exiting turn 2 now, reeling in. I believe that is the 54 just ahead of them. Yes, it is. Jumping back up into the fight here a little bit, up to Mike Presley in the 0. Just about half a second behind this 488 car of Michael Glitchell, running away with it off of turn 2. Down the backstretch we go again. Michael Loveless almost 3 seconds up on Peyton Burkett. That clean air seems to be really working for Loveless at the moment. We continue settling into this long race out here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the Wild West Racing League. Down the backstretch once again here at the Magic Mile. Go on board with Michael Loveless, currently leading the way. Let's go to Gyrocam. jumping back outside of the 68 car, going back to a actual TV camera you will all enjoy. Apologies for that. Going back down to Jeff Ramsdell, getting past the number 3 of Joe Wells. 60 up 9 positions since the start. Big mover out here tonight in the number 60 Chevrolet Menards machine. Jeff Ramsdell currently up to 4th, I believe. No, Jeff's been around for a little bit. Okay, my bad. Keith Ayers and Joe Wells. Joe Wells down 1 anyway, excuse me. Keith Ayers, Tanner Ensign, and Michael Glitchell all running formation right where they started. Michael Loveless, Peyton Burkett, and Justin Bell all running in formation where they started as well. Ashton Hayward up 8 in the 99 car behind them behind Michael Glitchell in the 488. Ashton Hayward in the 99 up 8. Mike Presley, Joel Brewer, and Brighton Coleman all down 1. Richard Crane and Mike Daugherty both up 1. Scott Rush down 10. Not sure what happened to him. Nick Daugherty down 4. Nicole Johnson down a lap and down 1 position. 04 Scott Rush must have had a bit of a moment trying to... No? Well, let's jump back and take a look here. 04 Scott Rush. Oh, got blocked by the 54, got sent up to the high side. 54 of Nicole Johnson just got in the way. Nothing he could do about it. Had to check up by a mile to make sure he didn't... I need to word that carefully. Phrasing. Snake farm. Yeah, so he didn't destroy the 54 car. That's what we're gonna go with for giggle factor. Yeah. Michael Loveless, 3.1 seconds ahead of Peyton Burkett. Just about 22 laps into this race. Let's go down to Burkett now with the 8 of Justin Bell and the 60 of Jeff Ramsdell right behind him. Down into turns 1 and 2 we go again. These ARCA cars really settling in nicely to the racetrack here. 54 of Nicole Johnson still being a little bit in everybody's way out here tonight. Not anybody's favorite car to get around on the racetrack at the moment at all, seems to be. 23 of 70 this time by. Let's jump back down into the field to Ashton Hayward at the 99. Up 9 positions since the start. Tied for the big movers with Jeff Ramsdell also up 9, currently in 4th. Ashton Hayward in 8th, up 9, excuse me. Michael Glitchell just behind them now. They slowly approach the halfway mark in this race. Mike Presley, Joel Brewer, Brighton Coleman, Richard Crane behind. Good to see more new names joining the field out here with the Wild West Racing League. We always appreciate you guys showing up and racing with all of us. It means a lot. More cars that get out here, the better racing is, and the more fun we get to have here on the broadcast, because it means you get a little shout out here on YouTube. Hello, I am Alan McBeal. Anyway. Down the front stretch we go into turns 1 and 2 once again. .25 of 70 this time by. Also making sure I posted the link to the race into the Discord. It's fine. Michael Loveless, 3.5 seconds ahead of Peyton Burkett, or, well, darn close at this point. Jeff Ramsdell in 3rd. Right there behind Burkett, less than half a second between the two of them. Let's jump up to Jeff Ramsdell in the 60 once again. trying to run down the 17. Caution is in the air. First caution of the night here at Loudon, New Hampshire. Nicole Johnson down pit road. Oh, no, maybe not. What happened there? Oh! Something has happened here. Oh, 54 off of turn 2. 56 hooked into the 54, punting the 4. Scott Rush with nowhere to go, couldn't get around it in time, and punted the number 4, Brighton Coleman. 54 of Nicole Johnson being very much in the way out here tonight. They're not going to get away with that kind of stunt for too much longer. Out here tonight, currently down 2 laps. Michael Lovelace leading the way. This is not what he wanted to see, but this is free pit stop territory for everybody out here tonight at Loudon, New Hampshire. As we see the 68 roll down pit road. Let's see if I can get pit road camera. Other pit road camera. There we go. That's a good shot. Everybody rolling on down pit road. Everybody trying to get perfectly into their stalls. Lovelace, the first one, or the fastest car on track, so he gets the first pit stall. Already up on the other side, 60 off of pit road, trying to beat the 68. Doesn't quite have the speed to do it. 17 beating the 60 out. Michael Lovelace, Peyton Burkett, Jeff Ramsdell, Justin Bell, Joe Wells, Keith Ayers, Ashton Hayward, Michael Glitchell, Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, Joel Brewer, Richard Crane, Mike Daughtery, all off pit road. Brighton Coleman, Nick Daughtery, and Scott Rush still all down pit road. Rush and Nick Daughtery both down 1. Brighton Coleman back on the racetrack. Daughtery back out on the racetrack. Scott Rush back out a lap down. Nicole Johnson down 3. As the pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight at the Magic Mile here in New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Rolling back around through turns 1 and 2. Everybody trying to warm up these. I believe these are General Tire, whatever they are. I don't know what brand specifically. Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire. Bump. Yes, no, no, yes. All right. Green flag back in the air. We are racing 31 laps of 70 this time by. What was that? What did I just hear? What was that? That wasn't me. I swear, I just heard something talk to me. It's like, wait a minute. Interesting problem. Peyton Burkett and Michael Lovelace side by side off of turn 4. 17 of Burkett trying to get the run down the front stretch, taking the lead away from the 68 of Michael Lovelace. Down into turns 1 and 2 we go again. 68 of Lovelace puts the nose on the inside of that quarter panel on the 17. On the 17 up to the high side, all the way up against the wall. 68 a little low. Whoa! 44 around, clipped by the 19. Spinning around on the backstretch. Caution is out. .44 just loses it off of turn 2. 8 does the same thing in front of him. Tags the 19. 19 managed to keep it straight. 44 backwards for a moment on the backstretch. Managed to recover it and keep it rolling. Michael Lovelace down to second. Peyton Burkett in the lead. Alright, I figured out what that noise was. It was my text tone for my my banking app saying I did some stuff on my money today. Those who know what's going on. Those who don't can continue not knowing. Make my life easier. Peyton Burkett, Michael Loveless, Joe Wells, Justin Bell, Michael Glitchell, Joel Brewer, Brighton Coleman, Mike and Nick Daughtery, all down pit road for a splash and dash. Must not have had their settings correct. Scott Rush getting a lap back out here tonight. Jeff Ramsdell up to first in the number 60. Ashton Hayward, the big mover out here tonight, up 15 in the number 99, currently in second place. Keith Ayers, Mike Presley, Richard Crane, Tanner Ensign, Peyton Burkett, Michael Loveless, Joe Wells, Justin Bell, Michael Glitchell, Mike Daughtery, Joel Brewer, Brighton Coleman, Nick Daughtery. Last car on the lead lap. Scott Rush down 1. Nicole Johnson down pit road down 7. Gene Watkinson out of the race. Pace cars lights are off, ready to go racing once again. 60 looked like he was going to choose the high side for the restart, but may have been slightly bullied out of the way up from that. It's all right. High side not yet formed up. There we go. Everybody getting settled back in. Second caution of the night coming to a close here with the Wild West Racing League. Down the backstretch we go. Everybody trying to get these cars warmed back up and ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Pace car getting ready to dive down pit road once again. Just at the edge of your screen now, there it goes. 60, 99, 19, 0, 55, 44. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air once again. Officially halfway through this race, 35 laps to go here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 60 of Jeff Ramsdell sending one on the inside of the 19 of Keith Ayers. 19 and the 99 a little bit sideways off of turn 2. A couple cars up into the wall. 44 Ensign stuck up against the wall, giving who's that? Justin Bell, excuse me. Had to figure out who that was. A little bit of a hard time off of turn 2, trying to make sure that they don't wreck. Back onto the front stretch we go, past the restart zone. 60 of Jeff Ramsdell holding the lead at the moment. Down the front stretch into turn 1, 99. Right there on his heels of Ashton Hayward. Keith Ayers in third. Little bit of action towards the mid-pack. Let's jump down and take a look at that. Ooh, a couple of cars very sideways. Let's jump down to Joe Wells. Side by side with the 044. Tanner Ensign all the way up to the high side. Trying to make it 3 wide on the high side. Justin Bell on the bottom trying to make it 3 wide on the bottom. 0-3-44 in the 8, having a 4-way battle for 8. Wait, who? 4-way battle. Yeah, 4-way battle for 7. My apologies. I can't count, and nor can I read. 44 Ensign. Whoa, he's gone again. Caution back in the air. Tanner Ensign backwards in the chicane. Hey, Tanner, you're supposed to stay on the racetrack there, pal. 44 Ensign clobbers the inside wall, assisted around a little bit by Justin Bell off of turn 2. Justin Bell with nowhere to go, just gets hooked on the 44 off of turn 2. Third caution of the night. And allegedly, news from earlier today, allegedly, maybe, from Red Bull Racing, Max Verstappen has turned down his upcoming Red Bull offer for next year and upcoming seasons. If this is to be true, this could be one of the biggest moves in a long time in terms of Formula One. Of course, the surprise move of Lewis Hamilton a few years ago to Ferrari, i.e. Pulling the Felipe Massa, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, just the traditional career ender over there at Ferrari. You show up as a, well-established world champion driver, and then you get so fundamentally screwed every single race, and you're being paid how many millions to go do that and be humiliated in front of God and everybody? Best of luck, Max, wherever you go. Pace car down pit road this time. 60 in the 99, side by side once again. Through the restart zone we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are racing with 29 laps to go here at Loudon. 60 in the 99, down into turns 1 and 2. 19 sending it a little bit too hard. There's 17 getting punted on the outside. 68 a Loveless right there behind the 17 on the high side. 19 with a big shot from the 17 on the side. Managed to save it. 19 of Keith Ayers, falling a few places back after a little bit of a door from the 17. 99 in the 60, still side by side down off of turn 4. Down the front stretch, still battling it out for the lead. 17 in the 68, looking to capitalize on this caution back out. Mike Presley and Justin Bell. Sorry, I saw the caution. It's like, wait a minute, what? 8 of Bell got into the 0 of Mike Presley. Gave him a good hard punt. Nothing they could really do about it. Sending each other around against the outside wall. This is the Wild West Racing League, brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE. RAIDER-PVE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios, and by me personally here at Rock Bottom Racing. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight at Loudon. 4th caution of the night coming to a close. Everybody getting settled back in, ready to go racing. back through turns 3 and 4 we go. Pace car. Down pit road, 60 in the 99, side by side once again for the restart. Green flag is in the air, we are racing. 99 did not get the start the 68 wanted him to. Punting the 99 down into turn 1, 17 into the 60 on the bottom with a great restart. 68 of Michael Loveless, currently in 4th, fighting the 17 for the position. All over the back bumper of the 99. 99 trying to slow him down as the 60 of Jeff Ramsdell leads the way. Ashton Hayward down to the bottom of the racetrack. 68 of Michael Loveless trying to get past 23 laps to go. 55 of Richard Crane pummeling the outside wall again. 488 of Michael Glitchell. 19 of Keith Ayers right there behind him. 55 stuck on the high side. 3 of Joe Wells. Keith Ayers, Mike Daughtery, Justin Bell. Whoa! 62 in the 44! Joel Brewer and Tanner Ensign off of turn 2. Let's jump back and take a better look at this. Joel Brewer is all the way up against the wall here. Yep, he's stuck up there. Might have overdriven it onto the exit. Yep, he's already sideways at that point. Nothing he can do to save it. Well, it doesn't look like he's steering very much there, but at least trying to get the car slowed down as he slid across the nose of the 44, sending the 44 into the wall. Tanner Ensign and Joel Brewer not having a good night out here tonight. 5th caution of the night. Apologies for the silence between the cautions, trying to preserve my voice in a dusty building these days, trying to make sure I preserve what I have of my voice as these broadcasts start pretty much at 9 o'clock Eastern time, and then I need to be up at just about 5 a.m. At the time we're done, usually 10:30, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Jeff Ramsdell, Ashton Hayward, both the big movers out here tonight. Ashton Hayward up 15, Jeff Ramsdell up 12 out here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Just about 20 laps to go, if my math is right, and it's usually not. Down pit road, the pace car goes. Up to the restart we go. Green flag, we are racing once again. 19 laps to go here at Loudon, New Hampshire. 17 starting to blink with some radio issues. 68 of Loveless on the inside this time. 99 of Hayward trying to block the 68 off of turn 2. 60 of Jeff Ramsdell leading the way once again. 25 up into the wall. Caution back in the air. Nick Daughtery up into the wall, getting towed back to pit road. 44 Ensign also up into the wall. Huge wreck for Ensign. What happened here? What? 44 sent it 3 wide around his teammate in the number 4. and just completely overshot the turn, destroying that number 44 car. Nick Daugherty caught up in the damage as well. Nothing they could do about it. Tanner Ensign trying to wrestle that car back around the racetrack. 6th caution of the night. Wild West Racing League, brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Pace cars, the lights are off, ready to go racing for the 7th time tonight. Let's see if we can do it this time. What the? Why did that just happen? Apologies for that. Apparently Nick Daugherty just dropped out. Sorry. Not sure what just happened there. Pace car down pit road this time. Apologies for that. Green flag is in the air. We are racing once again. 99 at Ashton Hayward with a shunt of a lifetime from the 17. Underway, fastest off and down into turns 1 and 2. 68 all the way down below the 17. Once again, 488 and the 55 behind them. Flying V formation off of turn 2, 55 into the wall again. 19 of Keith Ayers almost getting collected with the 55. Down into turns 3 and 4, 68 of Lovelace. 17 of Burkett really fighting the 99 for the lead out here tonight. Burkett and Lovelace, the front row starters out here tonight, trying to get those positions back. 17 of Burkett trying to hold second. Lovelace with the nose on him, squeaks right around him on the bottom of the racetrack through turn 2. A couple cars sideways off of turn 2 behind them. 99 of Hayward under some serious pressure from the 68 of Lovelace. Lovelace trying to sneak to the bottom once again. Onto the front stretch we go. 99 needs the run of a lifetime down the front stretch. He's not getting it. 68 side drafting and braking way late down into turn 1. 17 sideways into turns 1 and 2 as well. Side by side with the 99 off of turn 2. 68 of Lovelace trying to block. 17 right there with him. 62 big time sideways again off of turn 2 at the edge of your screen there. 99. 17 in the 488 behind him. 68 of Lovelace leading the way with 12 laps to go. Finally starting to get some green flag runs once again out here tonight. Tanner Ensign, last car on the lead lap. Nick Daugherty down 2. Jeff Ramsdell down pit road, jumping to pit road actually, my apologies. Whoa, 17 with a big slide off of turn 2. Scott Rush at the tail end of the field, as you can see now. Jeff Ramsdell leaving pit road now. 99 starting to slow down to the 17. 488 starting to reel them in. Let's jump down to Mike Daugherty in the number 56. 62 in the 0 behind. 19, 8, and the 3 ahead. A lot of fast race cars in this mid-bat. Whoa! 62 around. Joel Brewer down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to keep it going so we don't have another caution out here tonight. 10 laps to go, 62 managed to keep it rolling, bringing out the caution. Joe Wells with a crash. Whoa, something happened on the front stretch. That might be why. No. Oh, here we go. 488. And that is the 99 of Ashton Hayward. This is off of turn 4 here, so let's take a look. 99, 488, bounced off the wall, clipped the 99. 19, nowhere to go. Everybody just pile drives into him, nowhere to go. 3 and the 4 involved. 0, Mike Presley involved. Whole bunch of cars wrecked out on the front stretch, trying to keep their cars rolling. 60 to Loveless, and the 17 of Burkett back into the lead of this race. Once again out here tonight at New Hampshire. Just under 10 laps to go. Couple cars getting their laps back out here tonight at Loudon, New Hampshire. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Pulling back through turns 1 and 2. 68, 17, 55, 4, 0, 4, 62, 44, 8, 56, 99, 3, 0, and the 488 of Michael Glitchell. Last car on the lead lap. Nick Daughtery, Jeff Ramsdell, Keith Ayers down pit road, Nicole Johnson, and Gene Watkinson, both very far down the order. They are still in the race. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here today. Seventh caution of the night coming to a close. Green flag is back in the air. We are racing once again. 6 laps to go here at Loudon, New Hampshire. Anything at this point will be overtime. 68 to 17, door to door, down into turns 1 and 2. Both trying to beat the doors off of each other. Big trouble on the backstretch. Joe Wells and Mike Presley involved. Caution back in the air. We are going to a green-white checkered. 356, 0, and the 60 all piling into each other on the backstretch. Very unfortunate way for this race to be going out here tonight. 8th caution of the night in the air. Couple of cars down pit road. Michael Lovelace still leading the way. 17 of Peyton Burkett behind him. Richard Crane up to third in the number 55. Starting to make up some time out here tonight. Here at Loudon with the Wild West Racing League. Brighton Coleman, Joel Brewer, Scott Rush, Ashton Hayward, Justin Bell, Michael Glitchell, Tanner Ensign, Mike Daughtery, Mike Presley, Nick Daughtery, Joe Wells still down pit road. A little bit more speculation from the Formula One side of things at the moment. Apparently Oscar Piastri from McLaren has intention to leave McLaren at the end of this season if things do not change. Down through turns 3 and 4, ready to go racing for hopefully the final time out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League. Michael Lovelace, Peyton Burkett, side by side, pace car down pit road once again. Green flag jack in the air. We are racing once again. 17 with a better start. On the outside, 68 with a better run though. 3 wide already. 62, 99, and somebody else on the high side. Can't quite make out who that is. 99 sliding back all the way up. Against the number 62 for Brighton Coleman, stuck on the outside. 44 Ensign trying to keep it rolling, not to bring out the caution. 3 wide again. Oh, that might have been a big one. Back through turns 3 and 4. White flag is in the air, coming back no matter what. I guess there was not a wreck behind them. What a save for everybody behind them as we ride on board with Michael Lovelace. Can Peyton Burkett take him at the last moment? Off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Plenty of action behind him. 19 gets spun around. 24 also trying to, or 25 trying to save it. 68 of Lovelace onto the high side. 17 trying to reel him in. Just doesn't have enough. Michael Lovelace is back-to-back winner out here tonight. Here with the Wild West Racing League. Peyton Burkett and Ashton Hayward in second and third. Let's get Michael Lovelace in here. Michael Lovelace, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. You got me.
Got you loud and clear, Pat.
Michael, congratulations on another fantastic win out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League. Talk us through it.
Car felt great. You know, I was a little worried about there with the fuel in the middle of the race. So we pitted a little bit, put us a little bit in traffic, and then was able to make it out, and it was good. It was a fast car tonight, that's for sure.
It certainly was. 41 of 70 laps led out here tonight. Congratulations on another fantastic win here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the ARCA Series. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, well, of course, thank you for the Meals on Wheels and the Water Wheel Foundation for the awesome car tonight. Thank you to all the awesome people watching. Thank you for being up here in the booth. Thank you for all the fellow competitors out here on the track. It's a blast to race with them all. You know, as iron sharpens iron. And so it's great to be around all these awesome people.
Appreciate that very much. Thanks for joining us once again out here tonight, Mike. And congratulations. Or Michael, excuse me.
Thank you. Have a great night.
I've got 4 mics to look after, okay?
And 1 Michael.
Fine. Let's get Peyton Burkett in here next, your second place finisher. Peyton Burkett, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. You got me.
I got you.
Peyton with the fastest lap out here tonight in the number 17 Ford Mustang Cinnamon Toast Crunch Machine. Talk us through that second place finish.
No, it was good. Honestly, these cars actually handled really well around here, all things considering. Hats off to Michael. He obviously was the one to beat tonight. It was fun racing with him. Very clean and respectful, and that's, I'd rather race like that, any day of the week. So it was good. I don't know. I don't really know what I could have done differently. That's all I had. So, yeah, hats off to Michael, and we'll move on to tomorrow night.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Congratulations on a fantastic second place finish out here tonight. Just missed out on beating Michael Loveless just ahead of you there by 0.179 of a second. But a hell of a run regardless. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank, all the guys that put on this. Tanner does a great job, and I think he was the only admin here tonight. So hats off to him, and obviously you for being in here every, night of the week that we race. And yeah, it's been fun, and we'll just try again tomorrow night.
Congratulations once again. Thanks for joining us up in the booth, and hope to see more of you next time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Let's get Ashton Hayward in here. We'll call it a night. Oop, there you are. Ashton Hayward, welcome up to the booth. Congratulations on a fantastic P3 in the number 99.
Thank you, sir.
Talk us through some of that, maybe.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted.
All right.
It was just a really hard-fought P3. I had a good long-run car, but these guys were able to get into the corner super deep on fresh tires, and I just couldn't quite do it. So, congrats to Loveless. Ran another good race. He's on a heater right now. And shout out to my teammates. They helped me out a lot this week. I didn't feel very confident, but they gave me some good tips.
Well, you had a hell of a run out there. The hard charger out here tonight with 14 positions up from where you started. Congratulations on a fantastic P3 out here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, I want to thank you, Pat, for broadcasting the race, and then thanks to the Wild West Racing guys for putting on the league.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us once again, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Well, folks, that's all from us tonight. We thank you all for joining us once again here with the Wild West Racing League. My name is Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. Wild West Racing League is brought to you in part by WIO, Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox. Veteran owned and operated, Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, Raider PvE. Broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Once again, my name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. This has been the Wild West Racing League ARCA series here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times, every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every setup built from the ground, we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go win. Yeah, we built one. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. from the green flag flying to the checkered drop. With a reason you're leading Tier 1. Set up shop Tier 1. Take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, Tier 1, set up shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need it custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear, yeah, we test, we tune, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win, yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop. We're the reason you're leading Tier 1. Set up shop Tier 1. Yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1, set up shop. See you in Victor Lane. Tier 1, set up shop. Tier 1.